We are about a week from Mercury retrograde finally being done in Leo, August 11th to be exact. And before then, we're still going to be focused on ending things for the final time. Now, we do have to keep in mind that this Mercury retrograde is still going to be in opposition to the full moon in Aquarius that's happening on the 9th. And Pluto is also retrograding through Aquarius at this time as well. Crazy. Crazy. So with Mercury retrograde being in opposition to Pluto retrograde, what are you really done with? That's what you're about to figure out. Probably you already have been figuring it out. And we have some more finalities to come through. Now, these finalities are going to be things that you kind of have already put on the back burner. Maybe you just haven't washed the pot yet. You know you're done with it. You know you're finished with it. You just maybe haven't had the clear articulation or the clear picture. Maybe you haven't said to yourself, you know what, I really am done with that. And that's okay. Right now, we are coming into the realization and the clarity, oh wow, I really am done with that. I really am through with it. I get to move on. And you've probably also, because of the way that Pluto works, you've probably also been looking at where you're going in the future. And so realizing where you are done with things, okay, let me wash the pot now. Now the pot's clean. Before the Mercury retrograde is over, all the dishes are about to be done. Thank you, water. The dishes are about to be done. They get to rest, they get to dry. Or if you dry your dishes after you do them, you know what, shout out to you. Listen, sometimes the air can help us out. That's how I feel about that. But also shout out to you if that's what you got going on in your brew. So to help us figure out those finalities, we are going to be looking back. This is what I've been doing. This is how I've been. This is what has been going on. And in those lookings of back, we right now don't have a lot of room to look at the future. So it could be things that you've kind of already thought about. This is kind of what I want to do. It could be reminiscent of maybe a month ago or a couple months ago. You were thinking about where you wanted to be in the future. So you still may have this kind of big, long-term, vague idea. There could be some specifics, that's true. But in terms of like a whole bunch of detail, you might not have that yet. Now, when Mercury does turn around, we get to start saying hello again. Hello, new beginning. Oh yes, I remember, I do want to do that. And because that Mercury will still be in opposition to the Pluto retrograde in Aquarius, and will still be in the moon cycle where there is a full moon in Aquarius, even though it'll be after the full moon, but still, we'll start to gain the recognition within ourselves of, oh yeah, you know what, I do remember that conversation about going into the future, and guess what? I washed the pots. They're clean now. Let me make sure that I have all of the ingredients for this next thing that I'm gonna cook, or bake, or put into the oven, whatever it is, right? We're putting together some new deliciousness, nutritiousness. Once Mercury goes direct, we're gonna start talking about, here's the grocery list. Do I need any new pots or pans or plates or knives or forks or, tools? And then when Pluto goes direct in October, the 14th, that's when we're gonna see some things really get set into stone. You're probably already gonna be cooking that meal, and in cooking that meal, you might be at the point once Pluto does go direct in October. Oh, let me taste test this. It's almost done. Let me just have a bite and see what it's like. And I am very much looking forward to that. I also really love cooking, so there's that too. A gratitude, reverence, and love to you. Keep up the brew that you do. I for sure will too. And I'll talk to you soon. Enjoy the rest of the Mercury retrograde. Mercury doesn't always give us so many deaths. Okay, we've got a lot of final stuff happening during this retrograde. So if you're putting it away in this retrograde, it's probably gonna be forever or for a long time or for like it's a lot of ending, like a big chunk of it, big chunky end. Anyways, let me not get too, caught up in that. We are at the end of the video also, non-ironically, and I'll talk to you soon. Also true.